Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we have one more mission while we are here, so we may as well get it done. We can go ahead and pick up some decent money here today. So we are fighting against the Federated Suns, of which we have been improving our relations with, but given the fact that we've got a little bit of room to play with, we may as well be making money as we can. So, 4 skulls, 1 million sea bills. It does look like there's some alright salvage opportunities. However, it is an ambush convoy, so they could have a lot of vehicles, and there's no guarantees that the salvage would end up paying off. So, we're going to go ahead and collect the cash on this one. Alright, so I think realistically our last lance did a pretty jolly good job. The Marauder's pretty good at taking out some enemies, the Black Knight's got some solid damage, the Highlander's got some good maneuver and ranged weaponry, and the Zeus is all around a good mech to have. So I think we're going to go ahead and run with the same lance as the last time. After all, it is the exact same mission profile, so let's go ahead and see what we can find today. Okay, so our objective here is to destroy the prisoner convoy and escape, and there's a bonus if we take out the guards. Somehow we've let the Federated Suns get their hands on one of our less reliable suppliers. It only took them a few days to break her, and now she's ready to spill all kinds of secrets in court. That isn't in our best interests, and since you're talking to us, it's not in yours either. We'd like to demonstrate what happens to those who snitch. She's being transported to a secure facility by ground vehicle. We don't know which vehicle she'll be in, so just take them all out. If you help us send a message by wiping out all the escorts, there's a bonus in it for you. Alright, so yeah, working with pirates for these sorts of jobs makes all very uncomfortable, but no, it is what it is. Alright, so our employees are signaling that the convoy has entered the region, time to move out. Here's where we'll make contact with the targets. Once we start shooting, the convoy will probably make a break for it. Intercept them. Once they're dealt with, head to the evac zone for pickup or clear out the convoy guards. Your call. Good luck.
Given the landscape, I doubt we'll be doing much shopping this trip.
Yes, sure. I doubt there's going to be much in the way of shopping as well. Alright, so we see the denial zone. That's roughly where they expect us to see them. Similar kind of terrain to the last mission, but I think we'll kind of set up with a nice defensive line and then see where that places us in relation to the enemy. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright, so far so good. Let's get the Highlander up and running.
On my way.
We'll keep fairly close together just to make sure that we're not accidentally starting combat earlier than we would desire. Alright, so round 3, still no signs. Alright, well, let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and shuffle on up.
Primary target on screen, Commander.
Alright, so this seems particularly similar to the last one, so you know what, that's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll bring the Zeus into cover. Oh, actually, you know what? No. We'll, let's place you over here. And I don't think this will give us an enemy ping. Yeah, alright, so we're not in combat just yet. And then, you know what, just to be safe, we'll shore ourselves into a smaller circle. Oh,
Picked up a blip.
and there is contact. Okay, so, is that the end of round 3 or the beginning of round 4? That is the question. Alright, top of round 4, they have a turn, we have a turn. They have 2 80-ton mechs as well as a 60-tonner. Alright, so...
Commander.
Well, I guess, with things being where they are, let us see where they move on in. No visuals, so I guess we keep on reserving? Okay.
I'm receiving you.
Let us see. First things first. I'm thinking...
Yes, Commander.
Maybe we, let's see, we can sprint and get eyes on. I guess cover should be okay. Yeah, right. Cheese Goblin's pretty good as a pilot, so let's, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Alright, there's a lot of vehicles there. Alright, let's... Oh, they have a Victor. Okay. Well, Good thing is we're highly evasive, so I'm not too concerned about that much damage. We also do have cover. The vehicles, those are the real curiosities. Oh wait, no, they don't get a turn just yet, do they? Okay. Victor with that AC-20, we probably want to knock that down. It is in rough terrain. It is highly evasive right now. Same with the... Ooh, twin Victors.
I await your command.
Okay,
Yes, Commander.
well, we're not going to be able to find any good position here with our Marauder. Maybe we can definitely sprint, and we will gain line of sight on the next turn, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, we could see from over here. All of those are looking good. Alright, you know what? We're going to go ahead and move, and then I think we're going to go ahead and take a sensor lock.
Confirmed.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best use of our abilities. So that means that this thing's going to become a lot more targetable. We can maybe knock this thing down and make it easier to eliminate. Alright, so that's that. First 80-ton vehicle. Okay. I'm guessing it's a direct fire. They're all 80 tons. Alright.
I'm ready.
Well, I guess we'll find out sooner or later if they have anything like, what do we call them? Oh, why can I not think of the word? Indirect fire, LRMs, all of that jazz. Yep, that's it. Alright, well, either way, let's go ahead and shuffle on up. We'll jump as close as we can. 65% is probably the best thing for us. Yeah, we'll make that as targetable as possible. Alright, some solid stability damage. The next vehicle, still no trouble. Let's bring our Zeus. Up along over here, and I think... Let's see, if one LRM-20 did that, with much less accuracy, what do we think? Maybe fire 2 LRM-15s? Yeah, because if a 20 did that, what's that, 2.5? We'll say, what, 3/4 hit, which is about a 15. Yeah, I think we should be good enough. We've got higher accuracy, we've got 2 of them, we're firing more missiles. Another 2.5 should be enough to do a pretty good job. Yeah, and then we can, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So 2 LRM-15s over here, the LRM-10 to the other Victor, make that a little bit easier for Rannick to target on the next round. I think that'll work.
Roger that.
Alright, well, turns out I was slightly wrong on the stability damage calculation. Alright, but that's okay. We'll figure all this out.
Do this.
I'm not too concerned. That's not a huge amount of stability damage before that thing falls on over.
What do you need?
Alright, let's get the Marauder into position. We will stay nice and chill here. Solid shots there. Yeah, I think we take out the Victor. Actually, do we want to even hang back a little bit? That is a good question. Yeah, you know what? We'll pick up that extra evasive charge, and I think that will put us in prime position to deal with future issues. Yeah, because again, if we're going to get shot at by something with direct fire, I would prefer that we're at least harder to hit. Alright, what does that look like? Lethal damage? Phenomenal.
That one's gone.
Well, that should take out some of their scouting ability.
They've got a lock on me.
Until they did that. Alright, fair play, fair play. What do we reckon? I really don't know.
How might I help?
Cheese Goblin, you know what? We're not going to really be able to do that much here. This guy's going to move. We're not going to... I guess technically we could go for a kill. It's got no cover, it's got no evasion. But the question is, do we want to risk whatever that is? Hang on a second. If we shoot from where we're at, we're not going to get any extra machine guns and whatnot. Let's maybe bring you over here just to break up that line of fire. Yeah, that means... Oh, wait, no, we still can't get the machine guns up and running. How far do we need to travel? Point blank. You know what? I guess we'll take what we can. Yeah, one less problem is better than one more problem. Alright, we've got lots of options here for a head hit. Yeah, I think that's probably the quickest way to eliminate this thing. We'd need 200 damage, which I think we technically could have. Yeah, we definitely would. Actually, you know what? If that is the case... No. Let's be smart about this. 46% though. Hang on. 46% for a center of mass shot? No. I don't think that that's worth it. Only... Yeah, we need a lot more than half of our damage to hit to kill. I'd rather roll the dice on the head.
Locking on target.
Alright. AC-20
Hostile
ammo
removed.
explosions, lethal damage. The cockpit getting absolutely hammered. That's good. That's what we want. Alright. Looks like they have a demolisher. That is fine. I'm guessing LB-10Xs? Yeah, there we are. Alright, so not as much damage as we could suffer. That left arm is a little bit
I'm your spaniel.
to be careful about. Let's use our jump jets here. Yeah, we'll try and make ourselves the priority target. Either that or could we move? No, we have to use our jump jets. Okay, let's get eyes on everything.
Got it, Commander.
And now we can at least pick our poison. So let's see, Shrek PPC carrier, a demolisher, and another demolisher with LB-10Xs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say... That AC-20's probably the biggest concern. Although that Shrek PPC carrier could also be pretty bad. 3 PPCs, that's a lot of stability damage, sensor impairment, all of that. Actually, you know what? We can't shoot that. We've only got LRM-20s and we're not going to burn through enough armor to be able to get a kill there. So I guess the Shrek the Demolisher is the lucky winner. Alright, open fire.
They are interested.
Primary target damage. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
Okay, no good. That's not ideal. A Black Knight's still getting
I'm under
shot at.
heavy fire.
I'm not appreciating this. What did we do wrong? I guess we just spread out some of the damage a little bit too much. Yeah, we took off, what, 48 from here. Maybe our accuracy wasn't high enough? I don't know.
What's up, boss?
Would have thought we would have had more, but oh well, it is what it is. Let's move you up over here. We can at least start to get some fire on him. We'll fire the LRMs elsewhere. In fact, let's get as close as we can. We might even be able to bring that flamer on board. So, what do we see? A quick draw. Well, that's an easy target. Let's see, the Demolisher. You are certainly a priority. We'll go with the LRM-15. Yeah, 15. That's about 70 damage. You know what? We'll send the 10 as well, just to be on the safe side. And then I guess we'll start peppering the Demolisher. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. So, where are you? Oh, sorry, the Shrek PPC carrier. So, the Demolisher we're going to go ahead and hit with the 15 and 10. The other 15 we'll send to the PPC carrier. Alright, A's, B's, C's all sorted out. Let's roll.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Alright, so we'll toast that thing up quite nicely. Destroy some solid armor. The Demolisher did not have enough damage being done. Oh, you know what? We probably changed our angle of attack, and so we've probably hit the wrong area. Uh-oh. Alright, well, you know what? We're still alive. Alright, only 2 hits. This is good.
Barely hit, Commander.
And it looks like...
Done.
Yeah, we're taking a very heavy beating, so we definitely do need to destroy these guys nice and quickly. The good news for us is that is relatively easy for us to do. know, we can't get the quick draw. I'm thinking... Yeah, as you can see, we put a lot of damage on the back of that Shrek PPC carrier. This Demolisher also took a lot of damage from the back as well. Yeah, that's quite irritating. Alright, you know what? Let's let this quick draw do what it can. This is all damage on our right side of our torso, so we should be fairly safe from the quick draw here. Oh, he's got jump jets? Okay. I was about to say, that could have been horrendously bad if he had have shot our Zeus in the back. That would have been quite
Receiving you.
unpopular.
Yes, Commander.
Who do we have? We have our Black Knight. I think at this point we can probably go ahead and put a bit of fire on that Shrek PPC carrier, a bit on the Demolisher. Yeah, let's go. You know what? I think what we're going to do is... Oh, you know what? Our initiative should be relatively high as well. I think what we can do is we will swing around, show them our left side where we're more heavily armored. Yeah, there we go. We can shoot at them.
Yes, Commander.
He could be a bit annoying, but we could also deal with that too, so I'm not too concerned. But what we're going to go for is, let's see. You're going to definitely get lasered to death, and then this Demolisher, we can go ahead and fire off. You know what? We're going to fire off both of those large lasers just to be on the safe side. I'm not willing to risk that, but that should be more than enough for the PPC carrier to get taken out. We're now showing them our more heavily armored side, so I'm not as concerned about those LB-10Xs. Yeah, this is the way to go, I think.
Confirmed.
Alright. No?
Primary target damage.
Well...
Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
I guess that's,
Reporting one less vehicle.
that is a possibility. What have we got there? Wow. How did we spread out all of that damage? That is insane.
Yeah.
Alright, that doesn't leave us with much in the way of opportunity. I think what we're going to have to do is maybe try and tank the hit here. We're going to try and protect our friend. We're going to go ahead and put shots on that quick draw. Yeah, can we in fact get any evasion? We can. And that shall suffice.
Got it.
Oh, bother. Whoops. I completely forgot. I was going to use Vigilance on the Black Knight as well. Well, you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to do that. Alright, well, let's try and remove one problem at the very least. Yeah, still it's all good. That sucks. Because what I was planning on doing was, yeah, if we took Vigilance on the Black Knight, his initiative would be better. He'll have some better damage, what do we call it? Damage mitigation, and then with a precision strike on this dude, we could easily enough make it that yeah, he wouldn't be able to do anything on the next round if we didn't get the kill. Alright, so the Highlander, we have an opportunity here. I'm thinking...
Yes, Commander.
Oh, actually, you know what? Hang on a second. Quick draw. What's this side that's busted up? Your right side. So that's over here. Let's maybe... Hang on a second, can we step one tile less? Yeah, here we go. We can put our pulses and our flamer. We should be able to go straight through to its center torso. We'll fire missiles at the others. I think that's as good as we could ask. So, yeah, 10 damage is all that we need. 75 if we take out the leg as well. Yeah, that we can definitely do. So, we're going to go ahead and... you're our target here. Oh, wait a second. You know what? Maybe we just focus on one of these demolishers to prevent them from having a turn. Yeah, you know what? I think that's probably the way that we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and we will go, yeah, multi-target. We'll target one of you. We'll target the rest with that. That should be more than enough.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Come on. Let's see what we can do. Excellent. First demolisher down. One less on their side. The quick draw is melting to pieces. Escorts are down, Commander. Good work. Let's wrap this up. Yep. And we still have our very trusty Highlander, which I think might even be in enough position to be able to take out all that remain. Alright, so solid stability damage here. We're definitely the target, but that was the plan. You though, on the other hand, we have more than enough. Let's go for our jump jets. Actually, you know what? Jump jets are not going to help us. Alright, let's just go for a regular move. That'll be fine.
Acknowledged.
Let's see. Track PPC carrier. We'll send the Gauss rifle at you. And then... just to be on the safe side, we'll send the SRM-6 as well. And then we'll go with the LRMs and medium lasers on the other.
Multi-attack is go.
You never know. 95% isn't a guarantee, so you do have to somewhat play it safe. Alright, so again, couldn't kill the Demolisher with that shot there, but that will be fine. Let's just go ahead and obliterate.
All weapons.
There we go.
To the LZ commander. I'm coming in hot.
Alright, well.
Vehicle trashed.
Yeah, all targets eliminated. Sit tight, can collect you from where you're at.
Mission successful.
Alright, so that could have been a dangerous mission right there. That Black Knight taking a lot of extra damage that I didn't really anticipate. Yeah, or at least didn't mitigate quite properly. But the good news is, we had lots of armor, we were a-okay. An extra 25% brings us up to 1,160,000 C-bills. No one got wounded, none of our mechs got broken by some unknown miracle. Wow, 3 and 1 armor on that Black Knight. That is crazy for its arms. Everybody got kills, which is always good for them. And, two-thirds of a victor. Well, hello, that will do very, very nicely. Okay, so, as I said in the last episode, we were hoping to be able to purchase ourselves, I believe it was the Battlemaster 1GB. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to sell off a couple of bits and bobs to see that that is still a possibility. Now the good news is we've made lots of money from our missions, and when I did my initial calculations, I did not take for any contract bonus payments from extra reinforcements and all that. So we're already better off than my original plan. So let's check in on the store and double check exactly how much we need. The black market, we were looking at, yeah, the Battlemaster 1GB. Look at those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double heat sinks. Very heavy on the laser loadout. We can probably switch that around. I don't think the ER PPCs are particularly phenomenal. I think for the amount of heat that they have, the range being 690 meters, I don't even know if we can even, if we even want to be shooting targets at that distance. I find that highly hard to believe. Yes, so that is what we need. We need 22,194,000 C-bills. So as you can see, we are short. We need approximately, we'll call it 10 million. There is no other mechs for us to sell, I'm fairly certain. We'll just quickly double check all of that. Quickly scrolling on through. I don't think we've picked up enough salvage to be able to sell off a completed mech. No. We could also go ahead and sell off some of these basic little things. But again, I'm not sure if it's really that necessary. It's going to be a lot more fiddly than what is really required. And you know what? We may as well sell off a couple while we're here. As for AC-10s, we'll keep those, the 20s. I think that's... Let's see, large lasers, we definitely don't need the basic ones. We'll sell those off. That's a good 100,000, so it's, again, not inconsequential to our coffers. The LRM-5s, I guess every little bit will count, but we've got better modified ones. 15s... You know what, that's... still almost another 50 grand, so I guess it's not that bad. Alright, medium lasers. We will not need this many. We'll keep We'll keep 4 on hand for now. We'll sell off the rest. Machine guns, let's see. PPCs we can sell. Let's see. Stability damage, accuracy damage. I think overall damage is probably what we want, so we'll just sell off a few of those. Yeah, I think, wait, do we have anything better? Let's see, accuracy, stability damage, and damage, that'll be fun. We'll keep those 6 for now, and then yeah, that should be about all. So yeah, okay, either way, that's where we're going to leave all of those. The 44 heat sinks, you know what, I guess we can sell off half of those. That's not the be all and end all. In fact, do we even want 20? No, let's cut that down to a dozen. Yeah, there we go, 100,000, that'll be fine. The jump jets we will maintain for the moment. And now we get to the part where we're going to make our money. So, as most of you would obviously know, the mechs are the best things to sell if they're fully completed for money. However, we also do have an opportunity in the mech bay to sell partial salvage. So, that's exactly what we're going to do. It's definitely going to be a little bit more time consuming than what I would desire, but it is something that we can sort out. Now, first things first, we're going to sell off the lightest mech tonnage first, because a completed one of these mechs will give us the least reward, and so if we can reach our target number of just over 22 million, it's not worth selling the big stuff that could be better for our economy in the long run. So I do have a list in front of me of mechs that we're still trying to complete, so we're not going to sell off things like the Locust 1E, but we are going to go ahead and scrap things like our partial light mechs here. 42,000's not bad. The Commando we can sell for another 56,000 for that third. We're all good there. I think the next thing on our list is the Javelin. Now, another bonus to add, of which I didn't initially consider, is the fact that when we sell these, we have each part sells for 66,667 of this Javelin, not what do we call it, the 2/3 combined, which is how I had originally done my math for this. So yeah, that will actually save us a fair, well, it'll save us a lot of extra cash that I wasn't originally anticipating having, but at the same time too, it does also somewhat boost up the amount of time it's going to take to sell off all of these things. So at this point, I think I might just go ahead and, well, I might hit pause on the recording, because I'm pretty sure you watching me click through the entire list of mechs that we're not going to have isn't exactly going to be exciting, so I'll show you where we get up to and well, and how much money we have left. So I'll see you in what's probably going to be about a good 5 to 10 minutes for me, but luckily a second for you. Well, alright, that took a little bit of time, but it does look like it has panned on out. We've got just shy of 23 million C-bills. Now, on the good news of things, we were able to maintain just a handful of bits and pieces. We do still have our Warhammer 60, which we need to finish, so we're working on that, but we've kept that third that we did control. There was also, whereabouts is it? Yep, the Vindicator 1AA. We kept that third, the Cicada 3C, and the Locust 1E. Those are the 4 parts of the 4 mechs that we're still trying to build. Then there's a couple others which we just do not have well, access to. So we're going to head to the store and we're going to purchase ourselves a very fancy old but particularly good mech. Yeah, that does give us enough money that we will be alright. We're going to go ahead and purchase that here and now.
New battle mechs available.
Alright, so there we go. That will do lovely. Now the question is, what are we going to get rid of in its stead? It's an 85-ton mech, so we don't currently have anything in that weight class. Well, I guess outside of assaults, that is. What do we want? You know what, we're probably only going to play with this for a little bit of time. We're not really using our Atlas that much, and we are trying to buy ourselves a fancier one of those, so it's inevitable that this thing is going to make it to storage. So maybe we just send it there here and now, and we toy around with the Battlemaster and then see where that takes us. Yeah, okay, I think that's what we're going to do, so we'll put that into storage. We still have enough money to keep our running costs alive. As long as we're not traveling anywhere more than 17 days, we should be all good. Technically speaking, I think we could maybe sell off a little bit of ammunition. What do we reckon? You know what, it's really not here nor there. It's not going to be able to push the scales that far. So I guess that's going to have to do. Let's head to the mech bay, and we may as well get this thing as powerful as we desire. So, well, what do we think? Obviously the double heat sinks are phenomenal. I don't know about the heat sinking capability. What are we looking at on an Alpha Strike? Oh, wow. 168. Aye. No, I don't think that is very good at all. We are going to we're going to improve that a bit. Let's see. Even if we went for a better ERPPC and saved ourselves some tonnage, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of that. Let's see. What is this? The damage here is about 50. These ones do 10 extra. You know what? I don't think it's worth maintaining the ERPPCs, not for that amount of heat generation difference. It is technically only 10 heat different to the regular PPC, but I don't think we can really afford that. So let's see, if we just went for a straight on, we'll call it a side grade more than an upgrade. Yeah, 7 tons, these things weigh 7 tons, that is possible. Let's see, no PPCs with extra weight reduction. No, that's only for like an ER PPC, and then it would be more of a case of actually hang on a second. If we had extra tonnage, maybe we could throw on an exchanger? Would that be enough to mitigate some of the extra increase? Again, we've only got one that weighs a little bit less. Overall, let's see, 65 as opposed to 60. They're actually fairly well on par. Yeah, I don't think that's actually worth it at all. Yeah, they've got the modification, but again, it's, well, we're not playing on changing things, so that'll be fine. That's kept us at the same weight, but our efficiency's increased. Let's see, the large pulse laser. Do we have a better one of those? The answer is also no. In fact, hang on a second. For 55 damage and 30 heat, we could easily drop one of these PPCs instead and turn it into a pulse laser. Yeah, then we could throw them on the arms and make sure that they're a little bit more accurate. Yeah, okay, you know what? Give me a second while I think things through and have a look at what we have available, and I'll show you with what we end up. Alright, so this is what we've got. This thing is going to be incredibly heat efficient. I've gone ahead and thrown on 2 of these weapon exchanges for minus 20% heat. We did end up dropping off the PPCs. I just don't think that they're worth it for the amount of heat and the amount of damage. I may as well stick with something that's got relatively good range, as well as, what's that, 2/3 of the heat at least? Yeah, 2/3 of the heat is just a lot, and the damage being a change from 60 down to 55, it just isn't enough to really warrant the extra range and extra heat. So we've gone ahead and we've thrown on a second large pulse laser. We've thrown those into the arms, so they're going to be particularly accurate. We then have a whole bunch of... actually, you know what? The pulse lasers are Yeah, you know what, that'll be fine. Then we have our 5 medium lasers to back on up. We've maxed out our armor on the front as well, so we are very, very robust. We've kept 2 double heat sinks just to be on the safe side, and I'm fairly sure we don't have any gyros we can throw on in. No, so it does look like that's all that we can afford. I'm happy with this. I doubt that it's going to get... yeah, I doubt that it's going to get very much trouble at all. I guess technically speaking, we could maybe... No, let's just double check. Heat efficiency. Currently 4 on an Alpha Strike. If we drop one of these and we throw in the lower one instead... let's see, that's 14 heat. Technically it does buy us another 2 tons. Maybe we could throw on some jump jets, but I don't think that that is particularly worth it. So we're going to run ahead and deal with this. 3 days, 10,750 C-bills. I think that that is a phenomenal choice. Technically our firepower has dropped ever so slightly, but again, I just don't see a problem with it. Our heat efficiency is phenomenal. Our durability has increased. Yeah. It's a solid enough plan, I think. So, now that we're pretty much out of money, let's go ahead and jump over to the star map. We do want to work our way towards a contract or 2, thinking maybe a flashpoint. Let's see, 14 days, 60,000 C-bills. We could do that for the Capellans. Could also pick up this mission for the pirates. They will pay for our travel if we pick up the... mission there, 12 days. You know what? None of these are actually going to expire anytime soon. I think we actually head back to our contracts and we'll pick up the transport mission. So, plunder, this is what we've got. Who is this against? The Federated Sons? Alright, well, you know what? We can boost up our reputation with them, I'm sure. So, let's look. 1.14 million C-bills, 7 salvage, capture base. We've been following this shipment of spaz that the Davian authorities here on Mendham intercepted. You'd think that given all things they say about spaz, they'd have torched the stuff already, but it looks like they've locked it up in a secure depot. I'm sure they won't mind if we take the stuff off their hands. It have much better uses than blowing it all up. Alright, well, you know what? May as well take it. Let's go ahead and negotiate that. Let's see. It's a base capture. What do we think? We already take a full mech as it is in 500,000 C-bills. That's not the worst. That's a solid amount of salvage. Let's see. I think what we'll do is... let's go for a little bit of money. Again, we do technically need a slight cash injection to keep us up and running. That'll be fine. We can take 2 mechs. We can possibly get something that we're still looking for. Again, oh yeah, you know what? We'll have a list of our mechs. We're still looking for our Locust 1E, an Irby R90, a Raven 3X, Cicada 3C, our Phoenix Hawk 1B, the Vindicator 1AA, a Dragon 1G, finishing our Warhammer 6D, a Warhammer 7A, a Battlemaster 1S, a Banshee 3E, an Atlas 2, and then of course the Bull Sharks as well, if you've played. But again, we're working on some of those last ones, so we'll go ahead and accept this.
By your command.
That shall fly us there just, well, more or less with just the right amount of time. Everybody should be recovered from their
We're nearly
wounds.
broke, Commander.
Yeah, it's okay, and we'll sort it all out. Okay, looks like we've got some disciplinary measures. Cheese Goblin enters your quarters and snaps to attention. Glancing between you and Darius, Darius stares the MechWarrior down. I've had a complaint about you, soldier. Causing trouble in the mech bay? The mech tech's got a grudge against me, sir. My mech's been opened up for way longer than anybody else's, and for no good reason. I was just trying to get things moving. Are you buying this, Commander? Alright, you know what? Cheese Goblin's been pretty good. He's not dishonest or anything. We don't have any other thing. I think we'll see if he's honest or not. Yeah, sure. Let's take him at his word, and we'll see what happens. Later that day, Yang departs your quarters. Heading back to the mech bay, you have a stern discussion with this technician. Productivity may take a hit for a couple of weeks, but it should put an end to any needless delays. Alright, so -1 point for 7. That's not going to change the amount of work we have. I think that will be
Job's
all
done,
good.
Commander.
Alright, so, I guess they can have their little pity party, and it won't cause us any issues. No, we should all be good. Though that said though, if you'd like to join on the side of good, our mercenary company is still looking for MechWarriors. So if you'd have a MechWarrior in mind to join Leviathan's Might, we would still be pleased to see their application. All that we need in the comment section below is their first name, last name, and call sign, and we might be able to hire them onto Leviathan's Might.
We're almost completely
As,
out of cash.
You know, more pilots is never a bad thing for us. But either way, we have made it to our destination. We will not jump straight on in. I think we'll see if there's anything at the store that is worth noting, just to kind of get a rough lay of the land. So yeah, they've got parts for Banshee 3, yes, which is of course what we need. So that's a good 3 million C-bills. We need, let's see, no, that's about all we can get from the mech store there. There is a gyro for less stability damage taken, which wouldn't be a bad acquisition, but for now, just going to have to take things one step at a time, and I guess we have a contract to fulfill, so I guess that is what we'll pick up with the start of the next episode. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.